What's going on, everybody? Welcome to yet another Pygame tutorial video. In this video we're going to be putting the finishing touches on the initial state of our tank. So far we've got the turret and the body of our tank, but we still need a gun and we need like the treads, right? Something that makes it look like it has wheels. Turn off Skype. Now let's go ahead and add those two things. So first of all, let's go back up to the top because the wheels, I'm trying to think, the wheels will be, I guess we'll have wheel width and then turret width. So we've got turret width, and we're going to say that's 10. And then we're going to say like wheel width, even though it's like not wheels, but I mean it's like wheels with a tread around it. We're not going to actually add a little tread around it, sorry. But we're going to add like a bunch of little wheels so it looks like it's got some treads. We'll say wheel width is 5, not 65. Goodness, those would be some big wheels. Gangsta tank. Anyway, so back down to the tank. So just keep this in mind: turret width, wheel width. Now we'll come down here, and now let's draw the gun first. So the turret, and the turret is just going to be a line and a thick line. So we're going to say pygame.draw.line. Where are we going to draw the line? Game display. What color are we going to draw the line? Black. And then, what's the starting point of the line and the ending point of the line? So, the starting point of the line will just be XY, okay? And then the ending point of the line will be what? Bum, bum, bum. This part is going to get confusing fast. For now, let's just do X minus, so it's basically like you got X, and then, like, so XY, and then we know we want the gun to be, like, up and maybe over to the left, right? So I guess for you it'd be up and this way. Nice. So X, so both of these should be subtractions, right? So X minus what? And we'll say 20, and then we'll do Y minus 20, okay? And then we have turret width, okay? So let's go ahead and just see what kind of nastiness that creates. That's a big gun. But for the most part, I mean, that everything works. It's just a little too thick. So let's go ahead and change turret width. Let's divide turret width a little bit. How big did we make that? That was only 5 pixels. Wow. Let's do 3, I suppose. Let's see how that turns out. Okay, something is wrong. Something wrong. I'm not quite sure why it is forcing it to be so wide when turret width. Are we misspelling turret width? I'm having a hard time figuring out what. Oh goodness. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're modifying wheel width. I don't know. Apparently I'm blind. Anyway, turret width, let's make that 5 now, because it was 10. Run. Okay, 5 looks a little better. Maybe a little long. I don't know. I'm not like a tank expert. That looks like a pretty long turret, though. But I suppose they usually do hang over. I don't know. We'll leave that for now. That'll do. So let's come down here and just for kicks, let's make X 10. That'll do. We'll do that for now. Sorry for all you tank aficionados if this isn't really drawn to scale. I don't want to hear it. So anyway, that's that for the turret. Now we're ready to add the wheels and the tread. So we'll come down here, and the wheels, there's a couple of things we could do. We could have like a for loop and then say like how many wheels do we want and then how far do we want to displace these wheels. We could do something like that, or we can just hard code the wheels. Since we'll probably have like 10 wheels max. I'm trying to decide if I want to. I think what we'll do, let's see, 4x in range of 8. Let's do this. Let's just try this. I want to do it a nice way. I don't want to hard code it. So 4x in range 8. That's going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we'll have 8 different wheels. So don't forget 0 is an element. So x in range 8, what do we want to do? Well, we want to do Pygame.draw.circle. Where do we want to draw it? Game display. What color do we want? We want these black, just so it matches our tank. And then what's the center of the circle going to be? We're going to start with x minus 20. And then we'll say y plus 20. And then we'll make them as thick as wheel width. We'll do that. Now, let's say start. So each wheel needs to, the y will always remain the same, but the x needs to change. So we'll say start x equals 20 for now. And then after we draw with x minus, and then we'll say start x. And then we'll say start x minus equals, and I guess we'll change them by 5. So each time this runs, it's going to decrease the x change by -5. So in theory, we've got 20, a 15, 10, 5, 0, -5, -10. So start x probably needs to be actually let's run this. So I'm going to confuse myself. I'm trying to visualize where these wheels will be. Okay, so our wheels are way over here. So they're a little displaced, I would say. So let's close out of this. That was the x start. So we have x. Let me comment this out real quick. I'm just confusing myself. So let's say the first x. Where do we want that first x to be? So we're going to say x, let's see, Pygame.draw. Actually, let's just take this whole line right here. Paste. Delete that. X minus 20, y plus 20, and then wheel width. I'm not really sure why that wouldn't be in the correct location. See, that's in the correct location. So why wouldn't it work? Why wasn't it? Isn't that y minus start x? Isn't that exactly what I just typed? I feel like I'm being trolled or something. First of all, that's a little too wide. So this needs to be x minus 15. Good. Now it needs to be, and then like the next one in theory should be x minus 10. Right. So what I still can't figure out though is y start x minus equals 5. Why was that messing up? Start x equals, now instead it's going to be 15 for x in range 3. X minus 15, 5 plus 20, wheel width. And that one's over there. I'm just a little confused on why the is that like the first one or the last one that's being drawn, like way over there, and why? Oops. Right, so it's the last one for whatever reason. Once we get, because that's basically saying 0. Start x minus equals. Maybe that's the problem. Because really we have to get to a plus at some point. So we'll just throw away our dreams of a for loop here. And it'll be x minus 15. And then basically all we have to do is, we're going to have 9 of these, I think. So we would have, or no, maybe 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7. And this will be 10, 5, and then plus 5. I just don't understand why minus minus, that should have worked. Plus 10, and then plus 15. I feel like I've been wronged in some way. So that's basically what we wanted. There's obviously a way to do this with a for loop. I don't know. I'm just blanking out. I don't want to waste y'all's time as I try to figure out where I'm being an idiot. So now we've got our tank, our turret, and our wheels. So we've got a pretty good, tank coming out of this. But now we have two more things that we need to do, right? We have to be able to move the tank, so like left and right, and then we want to be able to move the gun of the tank, because the object of the game is to like shoot things. So that's what we have to still change about our tank and the functionality of our tank. So that's what we're going to be doing in the next couple videos. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.